Tomorrow's federal hearing for admitted Charleston church shooter Dylan Roof will be closed to everyone except the legal teams. Today, News 2's lawyer fought the judge's ruling, saying a closed hearing goes against First Amendment rights and public interest. Ashley Yost was there, joins us in the News 2 Alert Center. Ashley, what was the judge's response to this?
Brendan, a lot of the information surrounding this case is public knowledge, but not all of it. Tomorrow's hearing will introduce new evidence. The judge says it could affect the jury's ability to be fair and impartial when deciding Dylan Roof's fate.
I mean, it's like trying to stop the wind. How do you stop the wind? You can't.
News 2's lawyer Carl Mueller argues people have a right to know what goes on in the courtroom.
Everybody's heard thousands of things about this case, and there's no reason to throw a blanket over it now.
Judge Richard Gergel says he has to consider more than First Amendment rights of freedom of speech and the press. He must also consider Dylan Roof's Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights to a fair trial and an unbiased jury. Attorney Jay Bender said this about the new evidence that will come up in tomorrow's hearing.
I can't imagine what it is that is going to be so prejudicial. I think everything that's going to convict a guy, if he gets convicted, is already known by almost everybody in the state.
And gave his interpretation of the judge's ruling.
He thinks that there is something that if it were in the public, it would prejudice beyond repair all potential jurors.
In the courtroom today were family members of Reverend Daniel Simmons, one of the 9 victims. Reverend Simmons' son talked about his take on the judge's decision.
Now, as the families begin to unite and process and go through our healing process, I think it's very important that, in all fairness, that certain things do need to be still sealed until the trial begins.
You talked about the process. Would you say you have confidence in the process?
Sure, yes.
And News 2's lawyer also argued that secrecy could cause more prejudice than an open hearing because potential jurors would question the fairness of what went on behind closed doors. To that, the judge said he's confident his court and the lawyers in it will follow the law to the fullest extent, whether the doors are open or closed. In the News 2 Alert Center, Ashley Yost, News 2.